It's on the stage. There we go. That's more like it. How we doing, everybody? Happy Saturday. I'm already getting the Wi-Fi emoji on the top of my StreamYard. Connection is fairly good. Okay. I hope it's okay. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys are having a good Saturday. Hopefully you guys had a decent betting day last night. I did all right. 3-2, I guess, is okay. Felt like both my losses were kind of bullshit. Of course, everyone kind of feels that way, but yeah, I mean, I had Asar Thompson under 10.5 PRA. That was definitely one of the losers. Asar Thompson, he he only played, or Tobias Harris got ruled out at the last second. Obviously, completely switched his role, completely switched the usage up. Think we got negative CLV, rightfully so, because of that, obviously. And then another loss was Anthony Edwards over 9.5 rebounds and assists. And I know Ant-Man ended at 9, right? He only played 28 minutes, and it wasn't because of blowout. It's because he got hurt like pretty badly in the first quarter, and lost out on like 9 minutes in the first half due to injury. And I would think he would get a rebound and assist in 9 minutes, so that kind of also feels unlucky. But yeah, I guess we'll touch on some of the winners, right? I know in the late look stream, I did end up playing DeLon Wright over 12.5 PRA. He played 30 minutes, I believe. So that was definitely a pretty good call on DeLon Wright there. I thought he was definitely going to be, getting good minutes. He just made too much sense as like a Tibbs guy, So I'm glad I ended up playing DeLon Wright there. Darius Garland. Do you see the video I sent in the premium chat? Why is Randall rebound? Let me quick check. I think I might know what you're talking about. Okay. Let me quick look at the video. That kind of looked like it kind of looked like a controlled tap from Randall. Yeah. It's definitely in between. Yeah, might have been a controlled tap, might have not. Whatever. We're not getting paid out for it. So unless like I don't know, maybe does Ant have 5 rebounds right now? I doubt it, but yeah, it still has 4 rebounds on the NBA stats. So yeah, I mean that it's fine. Some of those rebounds are tough to score, but Randall might have slapped it a little bit. So yeah, let's see. Darius Garland was a winner. Let's see. I played that mainly for the upside, but I also did like the matchup as well. Thought there was a decent edge, but I also thought it could absolutely smash if Mitchell ruled out. Mitchell did not get ruled out. He actually had a massive game. So that was a winner. Another winner was Dennis. Yeah, Dennis had me sweating, boy. Dennis was stinking it up from the floor, but then he had like a great, like last 3 minutes. I think he needed 4 points for a long time, and then kind of got them all with like a couple minutes left. So, am I betting the Twins no run first inning? I think Quinton is. I might have to tail. I'll tail if it's a good line. I know Joe Ryan's beauty ass is on the bump, so I might have to, dude. He ain't giving up a fucking run, so I might have to tail that. But anyways, guys, let's see. I got 2 plays for today. Just finish up the recap here. And we're starting to fill up a little bit. Let me quick retweet this and see if we can fill up a little bit more before I start giving out the plays. Want to wait till there's 100 people in here. But yeah, Dennis took forgiveness, dude. Dennis was about to like be my number 1 shit list player of all time if he didn't go over his points there. Because he was playing so many minutes, and he's been in this role the whole time, where he should be like putting up, close to 10 assists, close to 20 points and stuff, playing crazy good minutes, and like we've just been getting screwed over game after game after game. And I thought he was about to do it again. I really thought he was about to do it again, but he did indeed come through. So thankful for Dennis on that. And okay, guys, we're at the 5-minute mark. I guess it's kind of going slow this morning, and that's totally fine. But yeah, let's get into some of the plays here. I'll share the screen, and it's gonna be on some other shit. But what's up, Strange? How you doing? Hope you're having a good Saturday. Strange, Are you Aussie, an Australian? Um, but yeah. So okay, let's start off with the first play. I'm rolling with Tyler Hero over 10.5 rebounds and assists. Minus 115 at DK, bet 365. And then there's like, there's numbers out there too. Those are the two best prices. I'll give it out at Caesars, minus 117 a little bit ago. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm rolling with Tyler Hero because in games with Bam Adebayo, without Andrew Wiggins, without Jimmy Butler, obviously Wiggs is out. Tyler Hero's had some very poor rebound and assist games since Wiggins has been playing there. I guess let's quick look at a filter with Wiggins in. So games with Wiggins, I mean, yeah, it has not been great. Wiggins has been taking up like a ton of usage. So and it's all like isolation usage too and stuff like that. So it's like not really a chance for Tyler to get assists. But without Wiggins, with Bam, without Jimmy, Tyler, like I said, he is over in 16 out of 30 games. He's averaging 11.2 rebounds and assists. And I know that might not pop off the screen or anything, but the matchup is really what pops. So we can just go here, raw assist numbers, right? Philadelphia, 33.2 assists per game allowed over the last 10 games. Yeah, that's like, I think that might be the highest margin I've ever seen, or not ever seen, but seen over a 10-game stretch. Like genuinely, it's ridiculous. Even rebounds, second most rebounds. So all that shit is definitely great. But what makes it even better is that pull-up frequency over the last 10 games, Philadelphia is allowing the lowest. So like it's not a good scoring matchup for Tyler. They're gonna make him pass the ball, right? They're clearly putting two to the ball to an extent if they're up there with the Nets and in terms of pull-ups allowed. So it's not a good matchup for him to score the ball. It's a great matchup for him to pass the ball. This is just the best matchup in the league by far. And given that we have a greater than 50% hit rate, a greater than 10.5 RA average in the sample size with these people playing, I just think this is a must play. I'd probably make the line 11.5 super juice to the over, or 12.5 maybe for like plus money or something. I'd probably have him projected for like 12.3 or something like that. I'm not so sure, but like I said, guys, this is just like the best matchup possible in my opinion for Tyler Hero. So we're rocking with it. I will say, guys, I said this in a YouTube video that I just made. Look, if you guys want to bet on DraftKings or ESPN bet in the morning, and obviously DraftKings is a solid book, but I personally just don't. And I also only really like these lines for the assists over the RA, the minus 135s. But look, if you're cool betting on ESPN and DK in the morning, then play these two lines, because I would much rather play over 5.5 assists minus 135 than this. But also, like I said, I give out picks, I track picks, I make sure my lines are widely available. And a lot of people in my Discord who tell me they either need Bet365 because they're international people. And then, like I said, I gave this out at Caesars at minus 117. I tracked it there, even though there's better lines available, because that's where I personally play it. I usually play all these morning lines either at BetOnline, Caesars, or FanDuel, just because I care about my account health and I don't want to deal with, the implications that come with like when you're trying to, get new accounts and stuff. So I'm just trying to make my accounts last. And Caesars and FanDuel and Prop Builder are like the good limit books in the morning. So yeah, but I'm definitely cool with like the Bet365 and all that good stuff. DraftKings line. There's just like a ton of books that have it. So yeah, 10.5 rebounds and assists for boy wonder Tyler Hero. Let's see. Before I give out the second pick, guys, if you guys are on YouTube, if you guys are watching on X, make sure to drop a follow on X. Make sure to drop a like on the YouTube video. And of course, sub to the channel if you guys aren't already subscribed. Like I said, it just goes a long way to what we're trying to build here. So yeah, make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel, all that good stuff. All right, guys, second play of the day. I'm rolling with Aaron Nesmith over 17.5 PRA. I believe the best price is minus 105 at DraftKings. I could be wrong. Like I said, I use the same thing for the YouTube video, so I have not switched it yet. And best price in market is still minus 105 at DraftKings. So there's a line at BetOnline minus 116. That's a great line. And yeah, there's a lot of different books. Flip, MGM 365. So yeah, 17.5, very widely available, easy to play for Aaron Nesmith. So yeah, guys, I mean, basically, Benedict Mathurin. That I think the biggest angle here. Well, there's actually a couple big angles. I really really like this prop. I think that this prop is actually very mispriced. But so there's no Benedict Mathurin, right? In games without Benedict Mathurin, let's see here. This game was a big min restriction. He only played 9 minutes. That's when he like first came back from like that long absence. But then since then, 32 minutes, 35 minutes, 29 minutes, 34 minutes, 35 minutes. So minutes have been very, very great. I'm penciling him in for 32 minutes. I totally get like the spread and all that stuff. So yeah, you gotta factor in like all that stuff. I have him at 32 minutes personally. And then if you do games with Pascal, games with Tyrese, so put the two high usage guys in there, right? He's played 32 games. He's averaging only 16 PRA, but however, guys, this is only on a 23.6 minute basis. So, like I said, I'm projecting him for 32 minutes. And when you like do like the math on that, I mean, let me quick. I already did the math, so let me quick find the number I got. Oh yeah, so yeah, per 32 minutes in games with Hallie and Siakam, Nesmith is averaging 21.7 PRA. So much higher than the 17.5 number would imply, right? But then, like I said, it even gets like a little bit better because this is really actually a great matchup. Nesmith, as you guys all know, if you guys are familiar with Aaron Nesmith, the Pacers, all that stuff, Aaron Nesmith, he's just like a spot up guy. So 27%, or not 27, 31% of his points are via the spot up play type. OKC is allowing the fourth most points per game to spot ups. And Nesmith is a pretty big corner guy too, as well. That's 24% of his overall points. OKC specifically leaves the corners wide open. That's great for him. I think they actually probably allow the most corner threes on the year, if I had to guess. But yeah, guys, I mean, overall too, since Chet and Hartenstein have been pretty healthy over the last 10 games, you can go to overall catch and shoot. I mean, they're allowing the highest catch and shoot frequency. Like Nesmith, like you look around this Pacers lineup, guys, it's Halliburton, Nembhard, Nesmith, catch and shoot guy. Siakam, Turner. It's like Nesmith is like the clear cut catch and shoot guy. So I think that this is actually like a great matchup for Aaron Nesmith here. To really good usage, really good volume. And I think the market is just super low on his minutes as well, getting the 17.5 line. So yeah, I think there's like a ton to like with Aaron Nesmith here, over 17.5 PRA. So giving that a go, like I said, man, I mean, he is averaging 21, was it 21.7, did I say? Yeah, 21.7 PRA per 32 minutes, and that should be a pretty realistic number without Benedict Mathurin. Because Benedict Mathurin is like, he at some point in the season, I don't know if they're still doing this, but like, I mean, at one point in the season, it's like they were literally splitting 48 minutes, Nesmith and Mathurin was. So they correlate perfectly with minutes. I know there's a lot of times like people will kind of bring up like irrelevant people missing for like a minute, trying to like sell themselves on minutes, but like Nesmith and Mathurin are like directly correlated with minutes. So yeah, I think this line is pretty far off. I'd probably make it like 20.5, 21.5. It's tough to trust a guy in lower usage guys for like these 1.5 unit plays. But yeah, I mean, if there's ever a time to do it, man, it might be this one. But I'm just rolling with 1 unit personally. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're Aussie. You live in Sydney. What time is it for you? Yeah, what time is it for you, Elizabeth? I'm coming. Hey, mate, go catch a kangaroo. We're trying to make money here. Oh man, that's hilarious. Good day, SF49er. It's been a while, man. Where you been at? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Nemhard under PRA. So yeah, well, we can start on the Pacers OKC game though, since we do have some questions for it. So yeah, Nemhard under PRA, and then I'll answer this Hallie question. Look, we don't really have that many people in here. These streams have really been falling off a cliff. I don't really know what's happening to the viewership, but it's kind of a little concerning for me. But yeah, Nemhard under PRA. Yeah, I'd probably look. I actually noticed that he too was playing pretty good minutes, like without Mathurin, but then with everyone else. And I guess we got to do McConnell in there. Yeah, so Nemhard kind of has some like really good minute games. I'll be honest, SF9er, like really good minute games without Benedict Mathurin too. I mean, this is like with like the whole team active, but without Mathurin, it's like 35 minutes, 37 minutes, 37 minutes, 41 minutes, and Yeah, I'd expect like OKC is a very tough matchup, right? And I think they'd be tougher on like Hallie and Siakam though than like Nemhard. So yeah, I like where you're looking, but I'd probably stay away here to be honest with you. And I'll get to the D White PA question once we're on the Boston game. But yeah, let's just go through Indy right now, or we can just let's just I'll answer the initial questions and then we'll go game by game. Okay, Boston versus the Spurs. Derek White points plus assists. I do like that to be honest. I actually really do because yeah, where are the Spurs? Spurs are allowing still a ton of catch and shoot shots. Yeah, very high frequency. I think they're still very low in the pull up, so it could be tough for Tatum volume wise here. Yep, still allowing the low pull ups. They are blitzing the pick and roll, and obviously, guys, with Tatum and Brown, it's like Derek White's gonna be the spot up guy here. So, um, yeah, that's probably a pretty good look. Let's see. Yeah, so the whole Boston lineup should be playing. Tatum's like off the injury report miraculously. So yeah, I mean, this is like with the whole team active, and Peyton Pritchard's questionable, which is actually like pretty big. Like if Peyton Pritchard doesn't play, that's actually like really important because he's gonna shoot a shit ton when he's in. So yeah, I think there's a lot to like about D White. I think that look, he had a really poor stretch when they were fully healthy, like really poor. I wonder what field goal percentage he's shooting in this sample size. Because yeah, I know he was like absolutely slumping for a little bit. Yeah, 42%. Not so definitely do a little positive regression here. Yeah, I think it's interesting. SF Niner. I do think I think it's interesting. I don't know if I have a ton of conviction behind it, but I definitely lead over here. Yeah, Tommaso. Look, Halliburton stuff. I was like very close to pulling the trigger on under. It's probably a great sell. I will say though, man, and like we know how they are against like these top options and stuff. OKC really has been really has been kind of giving up pull ups recently, and it's like where they really have been limiting, at least like pull up frequency, where they've really been tough is like they've really been tough on like the paint and like shots close to the basket, and that's really not Hallie his game at all. So look, I have a very, very strong lean to the under here on Halliburton PRA at like 31.5, especially. And I'm guessing you have this 32.5 line. So yeah, definitely have a very strong lean to the under there on Halliburton. It's going to be like a tough matchup. Obviously, it's in OKC, so it could this could be bad for my Neesmith over, but blowout is obviously always live, especially against the Thunder in OKC. So yeah, definitely lean under with you, though. I was very close to playing it. What do you think about Keegan Murray under 2.5 threes? Oh yeah, yeah. That sounds amazing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, is it very juiced or what? Yeah, it is very. Oh my goodness, Bet 365. So I'm guessing Simone, you're talking about Bet 365. Look, bro, this is like a very plus EV play. I mean, you look at all the sharp books, right? FanDuel, Caesars, DraftKings. These are like the sharper books. Consensus is like minus 165. This is minus 120, dude. And I know you're talking about that Bet 365 too. So yeah, for sure, Simone. If you have this line, like 100%, bro. I would be playing this too. Uh, you know, if I could. But yeah, this is a great bet, 100%. Hey, how's it going, Osmam? It's 1 a.m. Sunday morning. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Forget that Australia is so like far ahead and stuff. LeBron is leaving this summer. KD joined 70 What's your favorite play are you saying of the day or the game? Look, I really like both of these, man. I think it's probably Neesmith. Just like the numbers on Neesmith are pretty wild. I mean, I really like Tyler Hero rebounds and assists though too. So yeah, no, but I'd probably lean with Neesmith here. Just subbed. Hey, Aaron, appreciate you. Let's go. Halliburton over assists. What is it at? Is that 9.5? You're gonna be needing Neesmith. So Tyrese Halliburton. Let's see. Yeah, he's been crushing, man. He's been absolutely crushing. There's also another concern with Halliburton is that look, he hasn't played more than 32 minutes since he came back from that back injury. look, I mean, he's played a lot of games now, but like even like that Lakers game a couple days ago, hyper competitive, still only played 32 minutes. So um that's another concern with Halliburton overs, and another positive for Halliburton unders is that it's like he's only played 32 minutes since coming back. So I mean, it's eventually gonna go back up, I would assume, and this is probably a spot where it would like need to go back up. If you want to beat OKC, you're probably gonna need big Halliburton minutes. But yeah, from assists, I think overall assists, OKC, they've been giving them up. Yeah. No, it makes sense. Definitely makes a little bit of sense. I will say this is probably going to be like a big like he'll need like 3-point jumpers to be converted here. But I I do agree. He's probably going to be forced to pass a ton, and yeah, it's just tough. Like I totally get the hit rate, man. He's been in a different mode. He's going back to that super heliocentric Halliburton from last year, and 9.5 lines last year were like non-existent. So I'd probably lean over with the 9.5 here. Is Ja for sure playing? I don't know for sure, but look, there's kind of a little more variance than you'd think here with let's see, let me quick look at the Grizzlies injury report. Um, okay, so upgraded to questionable, so probably seems to play. Here's the thing, man. They're playing the Lakers. Lakers really are good at kind of weirdly packing the paint, and like especially against like these like good drivers and stuff. Have they played recently? Okay, no, not really. Yeah, look, I'd expect Ja Morant to be on a pretty hefty minute restriction. To be honest with you guys, that hamstrings are no joke. This is with Ja or with Jaren and Bane. Look, you're getting a pretty low line, but I'd probably have him. And if guys, of course, here's the thing too. Taylor Jenkins got fired. Taylor Jenkins had some of the weirdest rotations this year. So look, I'm assuming that they're going to be pretty similar on defense because of the personnel, right? Like, I mean, it makes sense why they were, jumper funnel because they have, Edie playing, Jay Huff playing, Jaren Jackson, like a ton of like rim protection in there. But yeah, offensively, look, rotations, I don't know how it's going to be. I will say, John Morant, when was the last time he came back from injury? But hamstrings are different too, man. So like he's only averaging 29 minutes on the year. I'd probably like have him for like 30 as a ceiling, and then maybe like 24 or something. Probably have him for this minute range, and then yeah, it's not looking great. So I'd actually stay away from John. Maybe even look towards the under. Josh Giddey PRA again. So yeah, Josh Giddey, man, he's been hooping. The Bulls are playing the Dallas Mavericks. Look, guys, here's the thing too. Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford got upgraded to doubtful, and I know like doubtful usually means that they aren't gonna play, but just being upgraded to doubtful out of nowhere is interesting, and it makes me think that they might play. And look, once Dallas gets, you know, once Dallas has AD, Gafford, and Derek Lively in there, they're gonna be a good defense. Like Nico may have made the worst trade of all fucking time. But one thing that he wasn't wrong about is that the defense is going to be good. So I mean, I'd say probably that you know both of them don't play, given that they are doubtful. But I was actually looking at this before too, right? And the market has definitely caught up to this, man. Market has definitely caught up to this a little bit. Now we're getting 40.5 for Giddy. That's like a pretty crazy line, man. Like, so this is his stuff with with Kobe, without Zach, without Lonzo, without Io. I think they kind of caught up to it a little bit. Look, all the data is going to say, oh yeah, you want to attack Dallas in the paint. Like their points in the paint is ridiculous, and obviously that would be great for Giddy. It's like with his play style. But yeah, I just think I want to wait and see this Dallas team a little bit more defensively, especially given that they might be getting Lively and Gafford back. So yeah, I'd probably stay away here. I think the market's caught up and made this like a fair price. What's up, J-Man? How you doing? Hope you're doing all good. Kobe White points. So I would, yeah, it's like you kind of got to wait here. Let's see. Kobe White's been absolutely cooking though too, dude. Um, yeah, I mean Kobe White. I know yeah, he's like either in the paint or a three. guess Dallas, one thing that they have been good at defending is the above the break threes and transition. So maybe that's a little bit tough. Um, yeah, like I said, man, with Dallas stuff, I just want to wait and see what their defense is going to look like if they do get Lively and Gafford back because that could, that could really switch things up. Yeah, J-Main Castle points. Look, I think Castle is like very interesting. I think they might guard Castle with a center here because look, they have Kristaps, they have Al Horford. They just like might, let's see, head to head. You had 20 points against them, shot 6 threes. I think that Castle might get left pretty brutally wide open by Boston because Boston will absolutely do that with like non-shooters. They will just like let the non-shooters like be wide the hell open. And Castle is also like a especially high usage non-shooters. Like you're gonna get up a ton of volume. So yeah, no, look, I like the points. I will say Castle is like very reliant at scoring in the paint, and Boston's paint defense has been incredible since they got Kristaps back. So I'd probably lean with his threes over, over his points because they've just been great. Boston's been really good at protecting the rim, and it makes sense too. But yeah, I mean, we could see without Victor, without De'Aaron. Um, let's go to since March 14th. Yeah, so he's been really good though, and I think that his like field goal attempts. See, he is at 15.9 field goal attempts. Like shot 9 for 23 here, 7 for 15, 3 for 8. Got to the stripe a lot though. That's one thing he will not be getting to the stripe against Boston. They do not. They do a good job of not fouling. What are his 3-pointers attempted been in this sample? 4.6. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in Castle threes though. I think he'll be left pretty wide open here by Boston. Jordan Poole over 15. Yeah, okay, look, I'm not gonna lie. I was actually very close to playing the under here on Jordan Poole. I was looking at his points and rebounds under because let's see, is there any like non-juice 16 and a halves? Yeah, there's no non-juice 16 and a halves. So I do think maybe even like 15 and a half for plus money is like interesting at like this bet 365 one. But look, man, one thing that I've noticed, so the Nets are on the second night of a back-to-back. We don't even know. Like, there's a good chance that Cam Johnson, maybe even D'Lo don't play. I mean, they just got their asses handed to them. Look, this is two tanking teams, right? Two tanking teams that have played each other. If we go back and look at Poole's game numbers, so Indiana, not a tanking team. They lost by 53, and he still played 25 minutes, which is pretty good. Philadelphia, tanking team, only 22 minutes. Uh, Toronto, tanking team, only 22 minutes. Not a tanking team, 28. Not a tanking team, 27. Tanking team, only 20 minutes. Tanking team, well, semi-tanking team, only 11 minutes. So yeah, if you guys get what I'm saying, man, it's like when the other teams are tanking, Poole has played like dog shit minutes, and on top of that, we know what Brooklyn is against a pick and roll handler. They blitz every rep. Poole is definitely someone who will get blitzed. Opponent pull ups. That's tough. So it's a tough scoring matchup for Poole volume wise. And in my opinion, it makes a ton of sense for this to be a game where he only plays like 22 minutes. So I'm actually like a big fan of Poole unders here. AD points. Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, this could be interesting. So the Bulls are like trying to win games. They have no rim protection whatsoever. I wonder, because AD is playing at the 4. I wonder what his assists are like a tad interesting to me. Should be making a ton of passes at least because that one game when he was at the 4, he had a great amount of assists. Yeah, Bulls have no rim protection. This really should be a massive Davis game. I might even be interested in PA to be honest with you. Yeah, because what you got up to 29 minutes. I wonder, Dallas, they won that game. They actually won both games. So Dallas is kind of back in the. Let me quick look at the NBA Western Conference standings. What am I doing? Memphis Grizzlies. I can't believe Memphis fired Taylor Jenkins, man. Like that's actually like really crazy to think about. Um, yeah. So Western Conference. So Dallas is actually still like. I mean, they still have stuff to play for. Uh, so AD will eventually get ramped up a little bit more, I would think. Yeah, so he played 29 minutes. Remember that bullshit report and, shot 5 for 19, which is crazy. But this is such a good matchup, man. It really is. Opponent points in the paint. Let's see. I mean, just against Vooch, they just don't have anyone to they don't have anyone to guard him, man. They really don't. See, opponent points. I know one thing that the Bulls have been good at is transition defense, and that's fine. I mean, AD's big ass isn't really scoring in transition much at all. Chicago Bulls. So the Bulls have actually been, pretty good, I guess, at points in the paint. Tommaso, I want to kind of look at something real quick because this is actually really interesting to me. So I'm going to spend a little more time, and plus, we got time today. But Nikola Vucevic stats. I want to look at and see if there's been any like absolute, paint specimens like an 80 that have played them recently. So LeBron is, did Jokic play that game? Actually, I don't think he did. LeBron had a good game. He didn't hit a three. Actually, he really didn't have a good game. He also didn't hit a three, and that's probably why he didn't really have a good game. Jackson Hayes just had 19 points. That should say a lot. But yeah, let's see. Jokic, did he play here? He did not. DeAndre Jordan had a double. Let's see. The Lakers. No, we just looked at that. The Kings. Sabonis, did he play or did Jonas? Jonas did play. He only played 15 minutes. Yeah. I'm trying to find like a paint beast. Sengun. Sengun's kind of a paint beast. Sengun had 24, 15, 4 game. That's very good for Alpi. And I'd say that's a pretty comparable player. I want to look at it with Vooch in though, because Vooch is just barbecue chicken down there. But yeah, like a paint offensive beast. I mean, like Cat, what did Cat do here? Cat, yeah, absolutely cooked him. Yeah, look, I think Davis makes a ton of sense, man. I mean, they just don't have like the personnel whatsoever. So, I mean, a PA line I think makes a fair bit of sense as well. Just I think the offense is going to run through him a fair bit. Rebounds, maybe he finally has a good game. He had a great game here. But yeah, I mean, who is Davis going to guard? I wonder if Davis guards Giddey. I could actually see that happening too, where 80 discards Giddey. I mean, that would make it super tough on Giddey. The 3-point would have to be going or transition stuff. So yeah, Tommaso, I might circle back to 80, look a little bit more into him. But realistically, man, I think that he should crush here. I mean, they just don't have anyone to guard him. So and if they do, then it's like maybe you could see assists. But yeah. Santi Aldama, yeah, like I said, man, I think Memphis stuff, I'm probably just gonna sit this one out. But look, it does make sense, right? I mean, 10.5 is crazy low, like really low for Santi Aldama. So yeah, I don't. It's like borderline impossible to project minutes here without Taylor Jenkins, right? It's tough because Taylor Jenkins is really doing some goofy shit. So yeah, I'm probably gonna just sit out with Memphis stuff here. But I do like the look. Justin Edwards, is he just like consistently playing good minutes now? Has he like gotten bullshitted in a while? Nope. 36, 35, 39, 38. Okay, cool. Yeah. I guess I don't really have much argument here besides I think that Grimes maybe missed a couple of these games and now he's back. But I mean, yeah, with Grimes, with these still been playing great minutes. Spot up Miami is pretty vulnerable to spot up, but I'm sure he's just getting some more usage now. Yeah, I mean 14.5 seems wevery low. So we'll say that. Like I said, I just have not been following that. Clay 3 threes. Oh yeah. Look, they're going to have to double Davis at some point, right? So, I mean, they don't have anyone to guard Davis. If Davis gets to the rim on you, he's scoring on Vucevic every single time. So you would expect some early doubles, especially given that he's playing at the 4. Obviously, that could lead to some open catch and shoot looks. Yeah, he's coming off a game against the Magic. Like, no shit that he went under. Knicks, I think, have been really tough against catch and shoot as well, too, recently. Yeah, Knicks and Magic are very tough against catch and shoot. So, and I guess the Heat have been too, which is odd and maybe not the best for Justin Edwards. But yeah, no, that is pretty strange. But yeah, no, where's the Bulls here? Chicago Bulls. Okay. where are they against like off-ball screens and stuff? Really bad against off-ball screens. So that's definitely solid. Spot up, they're pretty average. Let's just see, like overall above the break threes, or where's Clay sniping from? He's sniping from everywhere. Where are just like overall threes allowed? Sometimes it's cool just to look at this shit. Chicago Bulls. Yeah, no, the Bulls have been giving up a shit ton of threes. So, oh yeah, yeah, no, this I think this makes a lot of sense. Samos, let's see, he did play 26 minutes. I think PJ's game time decision. Yeah, the thing is, I mean, Dallas is just kind of getting healthy. I wonder, if his minutes are going to be poor. It definitely is possible that his minutes might just be poor, but and it's it's tough to like gauge volume too. But I like the look, man. I do like the look. What are his points at? 13 and a half. Yeah, but like, yeah, I agree with this, Samos. I definitely agree. Let's see, like without Luca and Kyrie, like I said, they are getting more healthy, but yeah, averaging 8 attempts. No, yeah, I like this a ton. Even money too. Like you mentioned, the price is definitely good. What's up, Coolbion? How you doing? LeBron 2 threes against Memphis. Is that right? Yep. Yeah, I definitely think it's interesting. I think Memphis has been giving up a shit ton of threes, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, no, 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 not really. LeBron 2 threes head to head. Oh wow, very good volume. Very very good volume. It's used to shit, Tommaso. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. But look, if your book is like pricing like -130 or better, it's probably I would definitely play it. How do you feel about betting Bane today? He's been in a slump after beefing Aldama during the game, and I feel like fading Bane. Um, let's see. So, I will say the Lakers' transition defense has been pretty god awful, which could be really bad here if Ja plays. Or no, opponent fast break points. Yeah, Lakers have been the worst transition defense in the league over the last 10 games. That could actually be a big time issue against Memphis. I've been talking about Memphis though today. It's Taylor Jenkins fired. Rotations are going to be different. But so I mean, Bane's been playing big minutes. He's coming off of like a really bad game against OKC, by the way, which is always prone to happen. Let's say with Jaren and Ja. Um, Yeah, I think like pick and roll handler is tough. Pick and roll handler is tough against the Lake show. Um, but yeah, transition isn't, so that's always concerning. So yeah, I like I said, I just don't really have Memphis thoughts here, honestly. Just with the Taylor Jenkins getting fired aspect is just making me, want to take this a little careful. Okay, guys, I'll keep answering the questions for a little bit, and then we're gonna get into the lotto. I just want to say, guys, if you guys are in here, you're new in here, make sure to drop a like to the video, sub to the channel if you haven't already, if you appreciate the content and enjoy this type of content. So yeah, Cam Johnson 4+ dimes. I mean, he's playing the Wizards, right? So yeah, like I said, Tommaso, man, I mean, he's been absolutely cooking. So, and now he's playing the Wizards. It's probably a pretty good look, man. And maybe he might be like intentionally working on his passing game. When you're like on a tanking team and stuff. I will say this game. First of all, I don't even know if he's gonna play, but I would probably give it a play. Jordy Fernandez is like a pretty prideful coach, and I don't think the Nets have ever really shown signs of like egregious tanking. They also haven't really played a tanking team in a while, or they haven't really, or I guess the Spurs maybe, but yeah. Like I said, there's always just some random bullshit that could happen. But look, man, he's been crushing. There, he might just be trying to place an emphasis on becoming a better playmaker. It kind of actually seems like that. And the Wizards absolutely stink at defense. So yeah, I definitely like it a ton. I just probably personally wouldn't play it because of you know like just like the possibility of some bullshit. But yeah, Ware points and Hartenstein points. Okay, Kalel Ware points. Miami Heat versus the 76ers. It's a great matchup. I will say, man. I don't know if I can get there. Um, Khalil's minutes are so game to game weird. I hate betting on non Tyler Hero, non Bam Adebayo Heat guys because it's just so weird, man. It just like they either get benched or like play good minutes. I don't mind Khalil alts, Sanjay. I will say that. I don't mind like what's a Khalil double double. Let me quick check that out. Because it's a really good spot for, just buying to some plus money. It should be plus money, I think. Only plus 115, man. Doesn't sound great. No, it's almost it's definitely a point spot though. I mean, it's 100% a point spot. Because they're gonna blitz hero. Like I said, it's not a hero point spot. Or they're gonna be up playing up at the level on hero. So yeah, it's not gonna be a Tyler point spot, but then it's like pull-ups, Miami Heat. No, okay, that's team stuff. What am I doing? Restricted area. I mean, the 76ers allowing the third most points per game in the restricted area. So I think overall points at the paint, they're also god awful. Let's see. Yeah. It definitely is a point spot for where it's just like the market's pretty adapted to it, I'd say. Um but yeah, I wouldn't hate like buying into like a double double or something like that at plus money because yeah, it is a great spot. I just want to get that. Much rather get that plus money. And then you could because like I mean it's pretty much 23 and a half everywhere, right? Like I mean there's definitely like ways for him to get a double double and stay under, but then you're also getting plus money. So I'd probably buy into that. Might also just be an insane Dinwiddie assist spot. Oh, you said hold up, let me quick get back to your Hartenstein look. Yeah, I like Isaiah for sure here. I do kind of actually nah. Okay, well he did have 11 points against the Pacers. Pacers will like kind of be like blitz happy. Like Rudy Gobert killed them last game, if I'm not mistaken. Rudy Gobert. Yeah, Rudy Gobert had 16 and 16 against them. I mean, that's like classic like Utah Jazz Rudy Gobert game. It's kind of crazy that he used to like 20-1, 22. Rudy was actually so insane. Like, I mean, that's ridiculous. Um, but yeah, like Isaiah Hartenstein, I definitely like it. I will say, let's look at this with Chet, J-Dub, and Shea. Okay, 6 out of 11. That's solid. But yeah, I mean, Indy damn near is a big time. They'll give a ton of points to the pick and roll man. Uh, they'll give up a ton of points on stuff in the paint. Let's go to okay. They've kind of chilled out there a little bit, but it's still pretty bad in the paint. I definitely think it's a solid look for sure. Yeah. Okay. Dinwiddie assist spot against the Bulls, correct? Yeah. His Spencer still continued to play big minutes, so he didn't. Yeah. Where's Brandon Williams? Game time decision. Jaden Hardy will play. They'll definitely ride the hot hand with Hardy if he happens to get it. But yeah, no, I could definitely see that. I could definitely see a big Dinwiddie assist game against the Bulls for sure. I mean, yeah, it's like Vucevic trying to guard a pick and roll, not going to be good, especially with 80 involved in it. So, yeah, overall assists allowed, Bulls have been pretty poor still there. Yeah, no, I definitely could see Dinwiddie coming home here. Never betting Dinwiddie assists. Yeah, Dinwiddie's a tough guy to. I mean, Dinwiddie will get benched literally randomly all the time, right? And I know it hasn't really happened much recently, like prior to that game, but I mean, Jason Kidd minutes aren't safe with Jason Kidd unless you're like AD, PJ Washington. Um, yeah, so it's just gonna be pretty random, but yeah. Um, might just be a weird board spot. Yeah, no, I like I said, I like that double double. Yeah, Bam PR. Yeah, the thing is with Bam, man, is like his line is like so like well set. Like I get that he's been hooping. I totally do. Let's see, Bam 32 and a half. How many has he even like let's see. With he's had a ton of games with Hero, without Wiggs, with Jimmy. And guys, I mean, he's over in 4 out of 24 games. Like, can you really like get to that there? And then even like I don't know, man. Like it is. I will say it is such a good matchup for Bam. Like maybe the best in the league, arguably the best in the league. But I mean, guys, like this line is like clearly well set. Oh no, that's with Jimmy Butler. My bad. I fucked this up. Okay, let's. But still, yeah, like I said, 8 out of 30, only averaging 28.2 PR. Yes, like you could say like 4 out of the last 5 have went over. Um, 31 against Philly somewhat recently, so he was close. And yeah, so I mean, look, I definitely, I actually, as egregious as it sounds, I do lean over here on Bam because I just think the matchup is like literally perfect. But um, yeah, I just can't get there. I think the line's well set, right? Okay, guys, let's build a little lotto, um, and then we'll wrap it up and quick do a little recap. Okay, quick go here. Okay. Okay, let's rip a little lotto. I need one of these to hit eventually. Do you guys have anything, any alts that are standing out to you initially? I do kind of like some Aaron Neesmith stuff. Obviously, actually, I kind of, I kind of think Hero could have like a super spike assist game. I wonder what his double double is. Tyler Hero plus 490. I guess we could do what is like this? Tyler and Kalel both a double double. I actually don't hate that, just like off the rip. But no, I think that I do think that Tyler Hero could easily, have like a really spike assist game. That's a 6 plus, 8 plus, 10 plus. So yeah, I mean, I'd probably just take the 10 plus assists over the double double. But I don't hate this. Tyler to get 10 assists. And then Kalel is a guy who could easily spike here, in my opinion. Let's see, minus 310. Wow. Did that just make it go down? Oh no. But it barely did anything. Even what's his Kalel where I mean his first quarter line is probably pretty safe. Yeah, Tyrell. The official plays were Hero over 10.5 rebounds and assists, and then Aaron Neesmith over 16.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So guys, Philly's like tanking. Look, I think Kalel will play good minutes as long as let's see, what's this? 10 assists and Kalel double double. Yeah, I don't hate that. It correlates pretty well. Yeah, I don't hate it. I feel like maybe we should be getting a little bit better odds, but I think that that makes a little bit of sense. I wonder if there's anything else. I really like Tyler Hero stuff here though, for sure. Kings Magic, is there anything there? Kings will definitely overhelp a little bit. I know I put KCP on the thumbnail. I don't hate KCP. What is like KCP to hit 3? No, we're getting through. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I'm betting on KCP, bro. I'm tripping. But yeah, I guess we could do a big Davis game. I don't hate that. I really don't hate a big Davis game. What's I kind of like Davis assists though almost. 4 plus. And we're at 1600. Yeah, I could definitely see because Davis might just get doubled, a shit ton. Oh wow, and we have a little boost. Claim that shit. We need 3 legs for it. Okay. Okay, I kind of do. What is Davis's just like normal line? Or Davis? We could do Davis assists. I kind of like that, man. Or I might just do this Heat one, right? Just like to do it normal. Um, yeah, let's just do a same game one. Then those other ones kind of get crazy. Yeah, so let's do Hero 10 assists, and then we could do Kalelware 10 points, Kalelware 10 rebounds, and there's the 3-leg parlay plus 1500. Tyler Hero basically to get a double double, Kalelware to get a double double as well. Should be a good Kalel spot, man. Kalelware. It really should be, man. I mean, Philly is just such a soft matchup, like very, very soft matchup. Against Atlanta, he didn't really play much. The Warriors against the Hornets, Houston. Um, yeah, no, I like this. I like this a lot. Okay, let's rock with it. Kalelware double double, and then Tyler Hero to get 10 assists. Look, it's kind of out there. I'm not gonna lie. Tyler Hero to get 10 assists. It's definitely asking kind of a lot. But you know, we can get a good little profit boost. What is like Hero 8 plus? I mean, now I'm just like making it like a little weak ass parlay. Yeah, plus 502. We got to do the 10. Got to do the 10. Okay, let's rock with it, fellas. Kalelware to get a double double. Tyler Hero basically to get a double double too because it's 10 assists. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, so let's quick break down the official plays. Before I do so, guys, like I said, if you guys are on YouTube, you haven't liked or subbed yet, just make sure to quick like and sub to the channel if you do appreciate this content. Anyways, guys, first official play was Aaron Neesmith over 17.5 PRA. Basically, guys, think that have him for 32 minutes without Benedict Mathurin. Per 32 minutes, he is averaging 21.7 PRA in games with Hallie and Siakam. And it's also just a great matchup with OKC, which, you know, as a spot up guy, as a catch and shoot guy, the looks will be there. So, yeah, I think that Aaron Neesmith is in a great spot here. And then Tyler Hero over 10.5 rebounds and assists. Like I said, I just bet him to get 10 assists, but I think that, you know, the assist matchup with Philly, especially without Wiggins, is like the best in the league. And yeah, I think that his hit rate was like 16 out of 30, averaging I think like 11 rebounds and assists in games without. I guess let me just quick pull it up. Yeah, Wiggins, Butler, but then with Bam, yeah, then it's like 16 out of 30, averaging 11.2 rebounds and assists. So yeah, pretty good number, fair number, and then just like perfect matchup. So yeah, rocking with Tyler Hero rebounds and assists here. Cool. All right. Is there anything else for today? I don't think so. There's going to be no late looks today, guys. Might do that. Probably won't do it on the weekend, just given that games start pretty sporadically. Might do it tomorrow, but no late looks today. So this will be it for content. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow morning, and you guys have a good rest of your day.